Hi, it's Dan here from Thomas Road Support. I'm just going to take you through how you can use your browser and a couple of tools to find basically bottlenecks in your page. What we mean by this is sometimes when you're loading up a page that you've made with one of our themes, things might slow down a little bit, or it may take a little while to load. More often than not, this is down to the images in place, and what we're going to show you today is how to find those images. So you can optimize them and obviously speed things up. Okay, the first method we're going to go through is using the developer tools available in Chrome. To access these, you just simply hit F12 or right click on your web page and hit inspect. And what this will pop up here is your developer tools. Anyone who has edited CSS or looked at our previous tutorials on CSS will recognize this. The area can look quite daunting, and for the sake of this tutorial we're not interested in anything else really other than the network area here, and that's going to give us an idea of what our page is doing and well, what's exactly slowing us down. So in this example here we're just using one of the demo pages, which is a really good example. It loads very quickly, but I'm just going to show you what happens in this area here when you load a page. So if I reload this, what this does, it allows our browser to scan essentially everything that's being loaded to make this web page appear. And as we scroll up and down, so I'll just bring this up here, we can see a cascade here of all the different elements heading through. Now here you'll notice that all these little chunks, they're quite small really. There's no particularly large items here, and that's generally an indication that things are pretty well optimized. If I use a different page as an example, one I've set up earlier, just a basic page, you'll see it's actually got a lot less content than the one from the demo. But if I run the same thing, so I'll open up our inspector, I'll go to network, I'll give the page a refresh so that this can build itself out. And there we go, we can see here we've got a few very chunky files that have been loaded. This one here, if we compare it to our other page, you can see they're all very small. This one is absolutely whopping, and the reason for that, the image that we've used in the background here, which admittedly does look great, it's not been optimized for the web in any way. So if I just look at it on its own, as you can see, so this is the background image that we've used. The actual size of this image, which does need to be drastically reduced, we can see, I'll just bring this up here, so we can see here 1.6 megabytes. Now that is ridiculous really. There's absolutely no reason that you should have an image on a live website which is any more than 200 kilobytes really. So that's a big flag straight away. So if we had more images on the page, obviously of this size, if we're scrolling up and down and we see quite a few chunky blocks in the network tab here, then we know that we need to compress these right down. There are other tools available for doing this particular task as well if you're not a Chrome user, or if you just regardless of which browser you're using. Pingdom has a free tool which you can use to get the same result. So if I pop our URL for the test page in there, as you can see, it's doing a very similar thing. It's just building up a little cascade of all the elements, and well, as we scroll up and down there, we can see one sticks out like a sore thumb. Let's get rid of that. And that's this big fat image there. As we can see, once again, that's the image, and it's causing a big bottleneck. Your page, if it is particularly slow, you might see quite a few big chunky images like this as well. Basically you need to reduce things right down. So if we look at the total page size for our test page, you see it's 2.4 meg. Well over half of that is just taken up with this one image. If I run the same process on one of the demo pages, bear in mind this page contains everything from videos, images, the works, got everything you're going to want on there. You see, as it's been well optimized, even though it's got all of those images, the videos, everything, it's still just only a little bit bigger than that last page. And we can see as we scroll up and down, all of the content is nice and small and well optimized and ready for use. Okay, so I hope this video has been useful. Any questions with regarding this, then obviously come and see me over at support, and I'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching.